Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcons. Falcon TD. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A former star at nearby Georgia, this is Sony Michel. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now on fourth down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. Number 53, Mike 53. Set the tone.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Rolling to his right. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. You don't want none.
look to run with Freeman. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now. They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run. Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. The Patriots take it for 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go on. No, 66. Alert. 450.
Now Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Jason McCourty. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Hey, 66. 45. Hey, wahoo!
On third and long, it's Brady. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on fourth.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Smooth. 45 alert. Check it.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do?
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll get two, maybe three, up near the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Brady deferring to White on the draw. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Brady's throw there complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. First down, here's White.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Go Bandit! Hey, box truck, box truck. Wait, 28.
Second and 5 now. Brady eluding the pressure right. Slant route caught by Edelman. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. 7 yards on the touchdown run. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Ryan. Flushed out right. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good game before he's taken down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Say. Wait. 11. Let him go.
Now it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And Freeman lost the football. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
It leads to second and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Here's Ryan. Room past the 20. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 27 yards.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Check 13. 22. Hey, South.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 66 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So Brady and the Pats take over first and 10 at their own 13.
Regular. Go, Bandit.
From the gun, it's Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready. 280.
51. Here we go.
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Wait, 20! Run job!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep here for Edelman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Mine's 59. Mine's 50. Hey, echo. Hey, Alabama. Watch block, motion, block. Let's go. Switch gears. Go Bandit.
Here we go on fourth down now with Brady. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Mike 52. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
On first down, Ryan. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A gain of 6 there on first. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, Oftentimes, the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Ryan going for it all. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 27 yards, and the Falcons add on.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 18.
72. 59 mark.
Now a play fake. Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shadow. Check 59.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return here will go.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Arizona Cardinals. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go, son. Mike. 43's the mic. I'm here all day.
On 1st down, Darnold. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now it's Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Buying time to his left. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Right there. 54, Mike. I got you, boy.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Check. Watch 54. Check back.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
1st down, Murray forced out to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jets' 18-yard line.
Mike by 4. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Keep going, keep
After the interception, here's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Right there, 54. Right there, 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray escaping the pressure right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Check. Mike by 4. Get in the weight room. Switch. Go.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He finds his man. That's Butler. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fitzgerald. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
No score after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Cardinals. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. New York set to take the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
58, right there. Watch the back, watch the back.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
54, right there. 54, Mike. I got it. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Go. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Share.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
54. Yep. Mike 54. Rabbit. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
At the 41-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Eluded, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage you pick up. Head scratcher. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You're trapped. You're trapped. Echo. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Murray now. Flushed out right. And he's got Fitzgerald. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Mike 54. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Watch out. Pop on.
Jackson. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jets are going to get the football back. New York set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
He
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the corner, Tremaine Brock, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he fires one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the air.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Throw left side, going to be caught by Butler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before half for Murray, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready. Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
One sec. Mark 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Murray now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 81 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now a first down carry by Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Darnold. A screen to Bell. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run it with Bell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 41 yards. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
We play to win. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Pittsburgh. 54 Mike. Deuce.
Murray now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he lets it go deep. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 38. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop it, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's got a noon one. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Darnold from the gun, looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go, son. Go 58 to Mike.
Darnold. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And now look at him go. The 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Motion. 58.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Corey Peters, his 2nd sack of the night. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for a Nunwa there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
58 for Mike. We own them. Hey, ladies, we own them.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. picked by Deontay Thompson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Johnson odds poke free. Football's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Hey, check 24. Watch
22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 64 yards. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. Point after now from Catanzaro. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. On 2nd and 15 now. Murray. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Third and long, Murray from his end zone. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. On the counter, here's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Check. Get wide.
Murray trying again after the pick 6. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
At the 41-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
All day, baby, all day.
To throw is Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Darnold completes it. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now Darnold. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And Adam Gase having a belief in his guys. They're going for it.
Hey, Alpha.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to walk. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, 39 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hey, we have you. He's coming. We got double up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Mark 43. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. 43.
To throw again on second down. Darnold. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. It's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Butker now to kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 35 on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. 7 yards there and a first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace with that one.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Alex Okafor drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. What? 44 Mike. Check.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Okafor. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow. Arsenal 180. And what's that? And what's the ball? Under 10. 10.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First down, a run with Hyde. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Ravens first down.
Let him know.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Jackson, dancing to his left. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. On 1st down, it's Ingram. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On third down, Mark Ingram. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up second down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Throwing again. Jackson. And now Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Flush to his right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Let's go, boys.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Escaping the pressure right. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Yellow. I'm going, 80.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now here's Mahomes. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on fourth down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a second down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's third down.
Yellow.
I can't believe they let you play.
Now it's Mahomes again, eluding the pressure right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short.
And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on fourth down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Hill on the return. He won't go down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Yellow, 180. I got him.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flush to his right. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Heard the coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in. The half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. "15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Here as he's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Undercrush.
They start the second half here with Williams. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Kill, turn up.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tim Williams. Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. With it is Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. They start out with a run from Irvin. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
From the 36, Mahomes buying time to his left. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
The toss play. This is high. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
43.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
You.
Coming right, Hyde on the toss. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
They'll come out in the pistol. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. Mahomes going to throw, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Judon coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal.
30-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
What we got?
The 2nd down carry for Irvin. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He may try and run for this. And they're able to get this one across the 35. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Yellow. There's a wide right.
Focus, defense, focus.
Check 9, check 9. Hey, 43, 15.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Yellow.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Fresno.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. Steps away to his left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they account. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Colin Saunders forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Now it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Colin Saunders picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah,
not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Yellow.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Again, it's Williams. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now a run with Hyde. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They run it again with Hyde. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Yellow.
48's the mic. Let's go one more.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this will come up short.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Right here, right here.
Jackson now throwing again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That time Juan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia, batting it away. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.